Hi, pretty people. So I just saw the launch for Marianne Williamson's campaign, and it was great. I thought that it had really good energy and a lot of fire, and I love when she roars on stage. It's very inspiring. I should be in bed, but I couldn't sleep because there's one thing that I don't really relish in actually life, but even in political campaigns or um, kind of anything, which is like when people get obsessed with trying to predict the future. And that could be people looking at numbers and trends and statistics and then trying to project what the future should be. And then also, especially in a political race, voting that way, because I think it is a little bit more fear based. It gets people more into voting against the thing that they want. Sorry, against the thing that they fear. Um, Now, similarly, interestingly enough, I also don't relish people who use tarot to make predictions. I don't really think that the tarot is best used that way. I have read it for about 40 years, but I find it very uninspiring to read the tarot for people who simply want, in a very passive way, to know the future. Now, especially, I think it's quite important in politics and campaigns where the ideal is supposed to be democracy, that you're at least offering people the hope of being able to vote their conscience and not just the lesser of evils or like a kind of really tepid compromise. Now, I saw a video about Marianne Williamson's campaign, which was a tarot reading by a very nice lady from Australia. But I wanted to, if you don't believe in tarot, don't worry about this video. But this is just, I know that a lot of followers of Marianne Williamson are interested in all kinds of different things in the spiritual spectrum, and I wanted to offer an alternative perspective as someone who also knows the tarot to what that lady read. Now, one of the things that I noticed that she did was, first of all, reading for someone who is not there is something that I don't think the way that I learned tarot, the person for whom the reading is being read, whose future is being told, or their, you know, uh, whatever kind of hidden thing you want to reveal with the cards, the person for who that is being done, they have to actually shuffle the cards. So whoever shuffles the cards, it's their future, it's their subconscious, it's their whatever question they have to shuffle in order for that to be for the cards to pick up on their energy. I know that there are a lot of psychics and tarot readers who believe that they are psychic enough to read for someone who is not present just by concentrating. And this is wholly possible, but that is going to be more and more attenuated the more distant you are physically and emotionally from the person that you're reading for. So I think that even if the lady who is reading is a super psychic, I couldn't help noticing that when she was reading the cards, she was in the first instance, she did two videos. In the first instance, she was relating a dream about Trump. And then in the second instance, she was telling another story while she was shuffling. So if you're going to tune into someone who is someone you don't know, and personally, and also is not related to you by blood, and is on another continent with oceans in between, um, at the very least, I would think that you would spend all your time focusing on them while you're shuffling. Otherwise, I question who those cards are coming out for, because then I would tend to think that the cards that she pulled were for herself, or what she was talking about while she was shuffling, that it would be about that. Anyway, the other thing was like she was a couple of she whipped through the cards quite quickly, and she did a spread I've never seen before, and I noticed that her take on some of the cards was kind of like right on the way I would also maybe read it a bit similar. But for instance, like when she talks about the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, she's talking about money, which those cards do pertain to, but she was hinting at something sort of nefarious or um, kind of like dirty money. But then she was putting that onto Marianne Williamson as if it automatically would be kind of something that was she was doing wrong. But in actual fact, if you think about it, like Marianne Williamson is running on a platform to call to call out dirty money in politics. And so then also those cards would come up. It doesn't necessarily um, lay the blame at the feet of the person for whom the reading is. Like sometimes it'll just reference a situation and you don't really know who the perpetrator is of anything wrong that's going on. Anyway, um, the other thing that I noticed was a surprising number of cards came up from the first reading in the second reading. Now that can happen, and this is sort of like as a reader what you want. Like you want to see things repeating because then it means you're sort of on the right track or you're talking about the same things. But I kind of found it a little sus actually because like I think one of the cards even came up in the same position, which is like really slim odds for that to happen if you're thinking about 78 cards. So the only reason I'm putting out this video is not to say anything about the nice lady who read the cards, but in case you're a supporter who was worried about that video, I wanted to show a bit more of a silver lining, and also, yeah, uh, I wouldn't take it seriously. And you know, the lady said herself, it's for entertainment purposes, so just take it as that. And that's all I have to say about that. Bye for now.